Emma, a cashier at a small grocery store, is closing up for the night when she finds a lost wallet left behind at the counter. Wanting to do the right thing, she plans to return it to its owner. However, things take a sharp turn when the wallet is discovered, and she is suddenly accused of theft by the store's manager and a mysterious man who claims the wallet is his. Confused and frustrated, Emma is left wondering why she's being blamed for something she didn't do. Determined to clear her name, she sets out to find the real owner of the wallet. When she finally finds the true owner, everything changes. Welcome to Limelight Tales. Emma's search for the truth takes unexpected turns. Don't miss what happens when she finally finds the real owner. Emma worked the late shift at Green Valley Grocers, a modest store in the heart of her small town. It wasn't a glamorous job, but she loved interacting with the customers, especially the regulars who often shared snippets of their lives with her. One quiet evening, as she was closing her register, something unusual happened. Among the grocery bags, she noticed a wallet left behind. The wallet was luxurious, crafted from fine leather, and packed with cash and credit cards. As she flipped through it to find identification, her eyes caught on a photograph tucked inside. A black and white picture of an elderly man standing beside a young woman in front of a quaint suburban house. It was old but well kept, suggesting sentimental value. Emma immediately handed the wallet to her manager, Mr. Briggs, a tall, stern man who rarely smiled. "I found this at the counter," she said, placing it on his desk. Briggs barely looked up from his paperwork. "Leave it here. I'll take care of it," he said curtly, slipping it into a drawer. His dismissive tone made Emma feel uneasy, but she didn't press further. She trusted him. After all, he'd been running the store for years. The next morning, as Emma was stacking cans on the shelves, a commotion broke out near the entrance. A man stormed into the store, his face flushed with anger. "Where's my wallet?" he demanded, pointing a finger at Emma. Emma froze. "Your wallet? I handed it to my manager yesterday," she explained. The man didn't back down. "Don't lie to me. I know you took it." Before Emma could respond, Briggs appeared from his office, his face grim. "What's going on here?" "She stole my wallet," the man shouted. Emma turned to Briggs, expecting him to defend her. "That's not true! I gave it to you yesterday!" Briggs's expression hardened. "I don't know what you're talking about, Emma. I never saw any wallet." The words hit her like a slap. "You're lying!" she blurted out, her voice shaking. But Briggs ignored her protest. "You're fired," he said coldly. "We don't tolerate theft here." Humiliated, Emma gathered her belongings and left the store, her mind spinning. Why would Briggs lie? And who was this man claiming to be the wallet's owner? That night, as Emma replayed the events in her mind, the photograph from the wallet kept resurfacing. The house in the background had a distinct look. Unable to shake her curiosity, she spent hours online searching for similar houses. Finally, she found a match. A modest home in a quiet neighborhood on the outskirts of town. The next morning, Emma took a bus to the address. Her heart pounded as she approached the door and knocked. An elderly man answered, his face lined with age, but kind. "Can I help you?" he asked, his voice calm but curious. Emma hesitated, then introduced herself. "I found a wallet yesterday. I think it might belong to you." The man's expression shifted to one of surprise. "My wallet? I didn't even realize it was missing." She described the wallet and the photograph, and his face softened. "Yes, that's mine. The photo is of me and my late wife. It's the only copy I have left." Emma was relieved, but also confused. "Were you at Green Valley Grocers yesterday?" The man shook his head. "No, I haven't been to that store in weeks." Emma's heart sank. If he hadn't been to the store, who was the man accusing her, and why would Briggs deny having the wallet? The man introduced himself as Charles, a retired accountant. Intrigued by Emma's story, he invited her inside. As they talked, she mentioned seeing a folded piece of paper tucked behind the photograph. Charles's demeanor changed instantly. "That paper contained transaction records," he said. "I've been investigating financial fraud at a local company. Someone must have stolen my wallet to stop me." Emma felt a chill. The wallet wasn't just misplaced, it was evidence. Determined to get answers, Emma and Charles teamed up. When they arrived back at the store, they saw Briggs through the office window, handing an envelope to the man who had accused Emma. Emma quickly snapped a photo with her phone. Charles studied the photo. "That's Paul," he said. "He used to work for the company I'm investigating." That night, Emma received a threatening phone call. A distorted voice warned her to drop the investigation. Shaken but resolute, she called Charles, who assured her they were on the right track. Emma enlisted the help of Sarah, a co-worker who still worked at the store. Together, they accessed the store's security footage, which confirmed everything. Briggs had taken the paper from the wallet and passed it to Paul. The evidence wasn't enough for the police to act, so they devised a plan. Using a decoy document, they spread a rumor that it was critical evidence ready to be handed to authorities. That night, Briggs and Paul broke into the office to retrieve it. The police, tipped off by Emma, were waiting. As Emma and Charles watched from across the street, the tension in the air was palpable. It was past midnight, and the streets were deserted. A dark figure appeared at the back of the store. It was Paul, his movements cautious but deliberate. A few moments later, Briggs joined him, his silhouette barely visible in the dim light. They approached the office, their eyes scanning for any sign of a witness. Emma's breath caught as she saw the two men silently slip inside. "Now," Charles whispered, signaling to the officers who had been waiting for this moment. The police sprang into action, rushing toward the store. Emma's pulse quickened as they moved in, the door creaking open to reveal the two men rummaging through the office. "Freeze!" a voice shouted, and the officers stormed in. Briggs and Paul froze in shock, their eyes wide with panic. For a brief moment, neither of them moved. Then, with a sudden burst of defiance, Paul lunged toward a drawer in the corner, trying to hide something. But it was too late. The officers grabbed him and Briggs, securing them in handcuffs. Emma's hands trembled as she watched the two men being led away, the weight of the moment sinking in. The investigation revealed the depth of their scheme: money laundering, embezzlement, and fraud. The paper Emma had found in the wallet was crucial in uncovering their criminal activities. The next day, Emma's name was cleared, and the store's corporate office issued a public apology. They offered her her job back and a generous compensation package, but Emma declined. She didn't need it. Charles, grateful for Emma's courage, helped her secure a job at a non-profit organization dedicated to exposing corporate corruption. The two remained close friends, their bond strengthened by the ordeal they had shared. Emma often reflected on how a seemingly small act, finding a lost wallet, had set her on a path of justice, turning the darkest chapter of her life into an empowering journey. Months later, as Emma stood in her new office, she looked at the photo of herself and Charles on her desk. What began as a nightmare had transformed into a victory for both justice and friendship. In the quiet moments before she left for home, Emma thought about the lesson she had learned. Sometimes, the truth is hidden beneath layers of deception, and it takes courage to uncover it. No matter how hopeless a situation may seem, standing up for what's right can change everything. And in the end, integrity, justice, and the pursuit of truth will always prevail. Thank you all for watching this story unfold. Emma's journey reminds us that even in the face of adversity, the truth will always find a way to come to light. It's a powerful message about standing up for what's right, no matter the cost. If you've enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Stay brave, stay true, and never lose hope.